Hi everybody, this is Valerie. I am creating a video for you to show you some of the new features in the CRM. If you are in Scope, which is your content, blog posting, newsletter, you have access to the CRM. If you're in Skip Care, which is Google Ad Leads, you have access to the CRM. And if you are in our Skip Recruiting program, you also have access to the CRM. If you are in any other program or your website only and no other services, then you do not have access to this. But if you join one of our other programs, of course, it is part of the program. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you we have a new sign-in area. If you haven't signed out or signed in lately, you go to the same website address and just sign in. And you have to sign in correctly. All right, so once I'm signed in, I am going to I'm going to use my account as a little bit of a demo for you. When you hit the dashboard, and just remember, none of these numbers are really correct. This is something we kind of play with. Anyway, when you get to the dashboard, this is where the default place where you go when you log in. We now have the support desk, which is us. If you click on this, it will take you to the support desk. And you can see video tutorials. If you click on any one of these, it'll take you to where you want to go. All right, if you want to connect with us and talk to us in support, you can either hit ask a question or submit a request, or you can sign in. These two things do exactly the same thing. You open up submit a request or ask a question. You can enter your information here, add some files, and hit submit, and it'll go right to us. If you want to sign in, you can also sign in and use if you don't know your password, you can use the forgot my password. It's your email address and your password. If you remember when you signed up, we sent you a welcome email from the support desk. And if you are trying to log in with the wrong email address, we usually use your business email address, not your personal one, depending on what you've given us. If you're using the wrong email address, it won't recognize you. We can still submit a request or ask a question no matter what email address you want to use. All right, so let's go back. Video tutorials will take you right to the video tutorials for this CRM. Also, if you're in our Skip programs, one of those, you can click here and it'll tell you more about Skip Recruiting and Skip Care. If you're in our Scope program, all these videos talk about the importance of the Scope program and this is the first one you want to watch, and what you should know. So everything you need for support is right here. The next thing you're going to want to look at is your contacts. So when you click on your contacts, the first thing you'll see is all of your contacts. You guys may have different headers across the top here than I do. Typically what you have is your newsletter is one of these. You have your, if you're in Google Ads, you'll have your Google Ads program. Your Google Leads will be a header. You may also have your referral sources as a header. What that means is if I click on one of these headers, only the people who are tagged, like in this case with the word netcast, are actually going to show up in this list. So I can kind of sort my lists this way. And if you add too many, they'll have some more over here. If I want to go to my LinkedIn contacts, all I have to do is click on LinkedIn. All right, so I can go back to all anytime I want. So if you have different folks working with different things inside the CRM, you might want to have a header that says customers, a header that says job seekers. For you folks in the recruiting program, we always try to make sure you have one that says job seekers. And then one that has Google Leads, because somebody's working with your leads, somebody's working with recruiting. So if you need help with this, let us know. For those of you who have been around a while, this information I'm going to talk about next is very new. So I am going to go to Netcast here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it on customers. Let's say that I wanted to add some people to a pipeline. And if I want to do that, it used to be that I had to go through some rigmarole to do that from a different screen. But now I just click on the people, and I'll show you what a pipeline is in a second. Just click on those people, And then I can select what pipeline I want them to be in, the stage I want them to be in. I don't have to pick anything else, and I just hit add update opportunity. So I can put these in a funnel. These people can be in a funnel of my choosing. If I just want to send one, let's say to Shalise, I want to send a text. I can just say, this was not possible before. Hi, Shalise, how are you? And hit send SMS. And when I do that, that text will only go to her. We used to not be able to do it that way. Another thing you can do now is just send an email to one person. So if I pick Shalise and I want to send her an email, all I have to do, or if I have templates set up, I can use one of those, is just send the email straight from this dashboard. I do not have to create a campaign or do anything else. The rest of these are from before. You can add a tag. You can pick several people, all people, and you can add a tag to them. So if I want Shalise to receive my newsletter, I might add the tag newsletter. I can take away tags. I can delete the person completely. I can export all of my contacts, and I can import all of my contacts. So that is something, this area is something I would encourage you to test and to experiment with. These are all new to the left. All right, let's keep going here and talk about some of the other things that you might want to look at. Reporting. If you're in a Google Ads program with us, you can see your Google Ads information right here by clicking on this. If you want to see your Facebook ads, and you're in one of our programs that includes Facebook ads, I don't have that hooked up here, but you can see this information here. Attribution report. Now you have to actually be keeping track of a lot of revenue data in order to see this with a real revenue close. I mean, you really have to keep track. So if you go to just source report though, you can kind of see where people are coming from. All the people that are coming in, what they've looked at, and all that stuff. All right, so that is conversion report and source report. Under call reporting, you can see every answered or missed call, and a missed call just means that they went to voicemail. So you can see how many people have called. I get a lot of robocalls, just so you know, I'm not answering them. Some of these people I have deleted, so they're no longer in there. I usually delete phone numbers that were robocalls that didn't leave a message. I just haven't done it in a while. And you can also sort these. So if you're in different programs, you can sort by which phone number you want to see. So if you only want to see the marketing phone number, or if you only want to see the recruiting phone number information, you can sort that way. You can also look at yesterday's information only by hitting the dates up here. All right, and then agent reporting is new. Agent reporting actually means that you as an owner of a home care agency are keeping track of what your salespeople are doing. If you need a tutorial on this or you need a video about this, I can send you one. So you can see, this means that the person who is in charge of your leads is actually using the CRM every day, and they are making their phone calls from the CRM, which you can do right here. This little white thing, you can do that right here if you want, and they are in here communicating with people. An agent can be anybody. It could be your recruiting person, it could be your leads person, or your community outreach person. Whoever should be engaged and involved in this CRM and tracking their information, what kind of work they're doing, that stuff will all show up in here. But you have to use this every day in order to have accurate information. Okay, under scheduling, let's go to the calendar. A lot of you are not using this, but I want to show you how you can use this. You can get rid of Calendly, you can get rid of Appointlet, you can get rid of anything else you're using and just use your ASNSpark account to schedule your appointments. If you've ever scheduled an appointment with me, you know that you get a link, you schedule your appointment, you pick your time and day, and then I approve it, making sure that I have time, that's still an okay time for me, and then you are on my books. So this is also syncing with my Google Calendar. So everything in here is also on my Google Calendar. So I'm not setting appointments when I have other things to do. If I go to appointments, I can see all of my appointments here. and I can see that these are all confirmed. I don't have to look at this whole list like this. I can also see reports. So I can see 58 books, 58 confirmed, 54 confirmed. Most of them showed. I just didn't mark them as showed. We had 1 no-show and 3 cancellations. And you can just kind of get a sense of that. And this is more important for if you're doing recruiting, you want to be able to go into reports at some point. And all of you who are in a recruiting program, I think we've talked about this. You want to mark the person as rescheduled, invalid, canceled, showed, no-showed, or deleted, or delete them. When you do that, you get an accurate report of what's happening with those candidates and who they are. And I think it's important that you have some idea in your head of how many leads you get in or how many recruits you get in versus how many are no-shows. It just helps you have more numbers in your head as far as what your expectations, are or should be with interviews. All right, so that's your calendar. We love the calendar. Contacts. We already talked about this. That's your same thing as your smart list. Funnels and websites, you don't need to worry too much about this, but I will tell you that if you are our client, you have access to our membership portal, and it is free, and you have received an email, but you probably didn't remember it. So I will send them out again, but you can see all of our recent live webinars, important resources, drip campaigns. If you log in here, you can see all kinds of stuff. We have a couple of clients who are using this system as a place where their employees can log in and get great documents. So I will show you one of those really quick. Now this is what they're calling it their employee orientation area. And so let's look at that. You're seeing a lot of the back end stuff that other people would not normally see. But we set it up. And what they did was, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I want to preview. They sent all the documents over, and what we did was we added them here for them. So now everybody who's a staff member can have access to this. They can log in, they can download anything they want inside here, and it's all password protected. All right, that's all inside your CRM account. So let's go back. And let's go back to Senior Network Marketing. All right, the rest of these things are pretty straightforward. We usually handle all of your triggers for you. And under marketing, you have campaigns, bulk requests, trigger links, form builders, survey builders. Most of this stuff we take care of for you. You may be the person in charge of campaigns, and that's fine. There's a few things that we added in here that you might want to know about. So when you create a campaign and it's published, let's go back to campaigns for a second. Now you can see a little green dot here. That means that it is published. If I unpublish this, then the little green dot will turn orange. So you can see all the ones that are active. If you don't want one to be active, then all you have to do is these show all the ones that are active. All right, so that's campaign. Same rule applies for triggers. You can see that. Bulk requests, usually we handle that for you, but you can do that as well if you want to watch videos. Form builder, we have built most of your forms for you. All of our websites already have the forms. These are all of my forms. They already have the forms built into the websites now when we create the website. Survey builders are just your sliding forms. And then new coming up shortly, there's been a lot of discussion about drag and drop newsletter opportunities. And I don't think this is live yet, but it's coming shortly. You will be able to drag and drop, or maybe it is live. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know yet. I'll have to come back to you on this. But if you want to create emails like this shortly, this current email builder wasn't that great, so we never used it. But they have fixed it. It is now drag and drop. I just don't know if it's live yet on your account, but it is fabulous. Okay, we talked about reporting, scheduling. Let's go to settings for a minute. If you're looking for, your team. You can see your team right in here. This is everybody who has access. If you're looking for any of the other things like phone numbers, you can see what phone numbers you have and where they forward to. If there's nothing there, that means they're not forwarding at all, but that's just for me. For all of you, you have a forwarding number here. So many things you can do in this system. I encourage you to watch the videos, reach out to support for help. Last thing I want to show you is your pipelines, leads and recruits. So this is one that I use. Everybody's got different stuff. So let's see, is there any netcast? Yeah, so inside of here, what happens is when somebody comes in and schedules something with me, they're here. Once they're completed, my system moves them automatically to completed. And then I can move them from this to sent info. If they're a no-show, they go in the no-show area. So I can just drag and drop people over. For you all, the most appropriate thing is going to be recruiting. People come in from an ad. They are, let's see if we can use the demo account for that. So we're not showing real data. Look at that. Okay, so this is all demo account. So if your new applicant comes in here, and usually these lines are all full, if their survey application is complete, you can move them here. Actually, we move them for you in our new recruiting program. The system is completely automated. They might be underqualified, disqualified, scheduled interview, accepted candidates, rejected candidates. You can move people around in here and keep track of where they are. Super important for your recruiting staff to know about that. Let's see if I can pull up one that is using this super well. Okay, so these people are pre-application and all these people have their interviews scheduled. And we can look at this in a bunch of different views. This is all for recruiting, active, complete, stagnant. Stagnant are people who we chased for a long time and they never did anything, but the system chased them, not the person who's the HR person. This is a brilliant system. It's set up with triggers and tags in order to keep everything moving for you. And you don't have to do anything but make those, do those interviews. And then let's see if we can go to scheduled interview. Yeah. So all you have to do is let the system move these people through automatically. And then on the end, you get the scheduled applicants. So if you look at your scheduling and you look at your appointments, you can see all the people who are scheduled, confirm, 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 showed. This is fabulous. You want this kind of information in here. These folks start with a phone interview, then they move on to in-person interviews. And you want to mark them as showed versus no showed. They're doing a fabulous job here. You want to know more about the recruiting program, let me know. So I just wanted to kind of go over some of the new things that are cool. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Just wanted to let you know that all this is available. And coming up in 2021, there's some more fabulous things. Yay! Bye.